Hello guys, how you all doing today? Welcome to Libra TV. Thank you so much for being here. So today's video we are going to talk about one man, Kamaru Usman. Okay, Kamaru Usman, how's he doing right now? After the fight with Leon Edwards, that was a bad knockout. I wasn't seeing that coming, and a lot of fighters wasn't seeing that coming. But he got knocked out. In the fifth round. That was a fight he was winning. He was winning that fight. And, Leon Edwards, what a great striker. He really set up the strike and he got a head shot. And Usman went down and the fight was over, okay? So, let's talk about Usman here. Usman, a great fighter. He was number one pound for pound in the world coming into the fight. And he was doing well in the fight. If you guys watched it, his record right now is 22, 35, 20 wins and 2 losses. So Usman, a great striker, a great fighter, and he was doing well in his career. Like he was knocking people out. He knocked out Masvidal. That was a very big knockout. I think that fight happened last year. He knocked him out, and he fought Kobe Covington. He got a victory there. He fought Kobe Covington again. He got a victory. He fought Masvidal twice. He got a victory. One was a decision and one was a KO. This dude that fought everyone in the welterweight division, and he lost his belt. He's a former champion. We can say he's a former champion, okay? So Leon Edwards, he's now the champion, the welterweight champion of the world. And, a lot of people were, after the fight, a lot of people were saying that Leon Edwards got lucky because that strike was a very good setup, man. Like he really set up the strike. That was a head shot. He covered, he blinded Usman with his jab, and he strike with his leg. You cannot take that away from Leon Edwards. He's such a great striker. I think he's the better striker than Usman, if you tell me. I know, like during the fight, Leon Edwards took Usman down. For the first time in his career, no one ever have taken Usman down before. That was a big victory. Hey, like taking Usman down, a former wrestler, he's a black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you take him down. That's very, very impressive for sure from Leon Edwards. But he did, man. I think a lot of people weren't expecting that. Edwards during the first fight, their first fight was very good. Like Usman really capitalized on wrestling. He really wrestled Leon Edwards. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, okay, this fight will probably be a striking fight, okay?" Because Usman just started learning how to strike. During the Kobe Covington's fight, he was striking, and during the Masvidal's fight, he was striking. He knocked him out, and people were predicting like Usman, transition from wrestling to a striker. That was a big transition. A lot of people don't really like wrestling fight because it's kind of boring. Khabib is a great wrestler, but he's not that great of a striker. People really don't really enjoy wrestling. So I think that was what triggered Usman transition from wrestling to a striker. So he was striking, okay? So that fight, he was striking, and he was doing well, standing up. And he got taken down, and people were like, "Geez, like first time in history, Usman is down." And Usman say, "Okay, you know what? The next round, I'm going for a takedown." He was going for a takedown. I think he took Leon Edwards down 5 times in a 12 attempt. Okay, that was good, right? So he took him down, and he was doing well. He was doing well until he got set up and he got knocked out. Okay, so the big question right now is what's next for Usman. Okay, if you get knocked out like that, he went to the hospital. He said he couldn't even understand where he is. Right? He didn't even understand what's going on when he got knocked out. He saw himself in the hospital, right? And before he realized that, the fight is far over. So, in the medical perspective, I think he has to be off for a couple months, probably maybe 4 months or 5 months, depending on how the situation is. But the doctor checked him and they said that he's good. There's no damages, no brain damages, nothing, right? So we might see Usman coming back maybe end of the year or beginning of next year. The big question right now is who is he gonna fight? It's a no-brainer actually. You know, dude have cleaned up the division. He fought top contenders, Masvidal, Kobe. He fought Leon Edwards once and he lost the second time. He fought Burns. He beat Burns. He fought top contenders, man. Like, he cleaned up the division right now. Like, right now, Usman is ranked number 1, right, in the welterweight division. Kobe, 2. Hamza Chimaev. I think Hamza Chimaev will beat Leon Edwards. To be honest, I think he's going to beat with Leon Edwards because this guy is so aggressive and he's a good wrestler. He's a good striker. If he fight Leon Edwards right now, he's going to beat him. I think he might have a tough time fighting Usman. So that's why a lot of people want Usman to have another fight with Leon Edwards. So that's the fight. Usman should fight Leon Edwards for the 3rd time. That would be a trilogy. You know, that would be bigger, you know. Usman didn't make that much money like when he fought Leon Edwards. He didn't make that much money. He made like $500,000 fighting Leon Edwards. I'm thinking the fight will be bigger. The pay will be bigger if they have a trilogy. You know, this is the bigger fight. This is the biggest fight Usman can get right now. You know, sometimes for you to make more money, you need to lose your belt. So him losing his belt, you know, he's taking a lot of weight out of his shoulder. Him losing the belt is, I think, it's a good thing and a bad thing. You know, it's a good thing. He's gonna make more money if they have a trilogy. You know, it's bad. He lost it. You know, that's the only difference, right? So he's gonna come back. I think he's gonna fight Leon Edwards for the 3rd time, and that will be bigger. And a lot of people predicted that he's gonna win that trilogy for sure. Because he needs to win that trilogy, to be honest. If he wants to have a chance to fight Hamza Chimaev or fight, you know, Kobe, who knows? He might fight Kobe again. Who knows how Kobe will perform? Because Kobe now, I'm reading that Kobe wants to fight Hamza. Kobe is ranked 2 and Hamza is ranked 3. You know, that would be a great fight for sure. But I think Kamaru Usman should fight Leon Edwards. And GSP talked about it. He wants Usman to go right there to fight Leon Edwards because that's the fight to make. How is Usman mentally? Because when you lose that kind of fight, how is he going to approach the fight? Is he going to approach the fight as a striking fight or as a wrestling fight? We know that he's a good wrestler, but how is he going to approach the fight? You know, that's the problem right now. You know, I think he might be a little nervous standing toe-to-toe with Leon because Leon knocked him out. Is he gonna go for a takedown? Because we know he can take Leon Edwards down because he tried it. He took him down 5 times and he attempted 12 times. So it's possible to take Leon Edwards down. This week, Leon Edwards got his black belt jiu-jitsu. So he's solidified black belt jiu-jitsu. So he's a mixed martial artist. Like, he has everything now. So he's a striker. He's a wrestler. I can't wait to see that fight. A lot of fighters are predicting Usman will take that fight. He's gonna win that fight for sure because he was winning the fight already until he got a headshot. So what do you guys think? Will Usman fight Leon Edwards for the 3rd time, or is he gonna fight someone else? Like, what do you guys think? So if you guys like this video, please subscribe, like, share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Peace. Bye.